Hang on, y'all. Catch up with y'all. Oh, camp. Got issues with my internet, so I just have to talk to y'all and hope y'all can see me. Let me come around there and do something right quick. Well, I'm thinking maybe that won't work over here. Oh, this looks wrong. It's a little better, y'all. The issues. I can't get my other phone up working, so I can't see the chat. I can't welcome to the chat. I got one. Thanks, y'all. Well, hello. Hello, y'all. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Got 34 in here. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Really appreciate it. I have to watch my phone. The only way I can see the chat. My other one gone nuts on me that I use to watch the chat with. Gerald, appreciate it, brother. Hi, how you doing? Not much, man. Just chilling out a little bit today. Getting ready to go work some this evening. Just hanging out, enjoying the day a little bit while I can. Hey, I appreciate it all y'all showing. Appreciate the thumbs up y'all giving me too. I thank y'all a lot. Cut down. What am I doing wrong? Cake and Melon. I like that name. Cool name. Just hanging out, enjoying the day. Come on, take y'all for a little walk. Oh wow. Everybody jumps on then jumps off. That's terrible. Sorry y'all. I can't help it. Let me go out here and let y'all have a look, see what I'm looking at today. Hang on, I'm gonna turn the camera around for y'all right quick. That's what I'm doing. I'm out here watching the cows. All the cows across the street from me. All right, Cake and Melon. Appreciate it, brother. Peace out. Just spending some time before I get ready to go do some work. What do I do for a living? I got an Airbnb. I run tiny houses up in the mountains of western North Carolina, bro. My phone's acting stupid. Cut me out. Sorry, y'all. Let me get back over here. Cool. Hello, y'all. Used to be a lineman, ain't no more. Give all that up. Now we do tiny houses. I got to figure out how I can get it to go the other way. This always does this to me, and I hate this. I like the other way. Let me get back over here. I got to get close to my internet. We live out here in the country, and it's hard. Maybe my chat will catch up with me. I usually have another phone, so I can leave this one on this, and I can watch it on the other phone. Hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. Released another video about why I quit my job and why I do what I do now. Yes, in Western North Carolina. Got a few. We got a small business up there. We only got like 4. That was my internet. It dropped out because I walked across the street, trying to give y'all a view of what I was looking at. All the cows over in the cow pasture. Yeah, we're just hanging out, enjoying the day a little bit. Thanks for the thumbs up, y'all. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just home for the winter because they don't rent good up there during the winter when the snow flies and it's freezing. One of them, 2 of them's up on a big hill, and you can't get up there when it snows. That's terrible. Trying to get y'all better here so I can keep the light right. Well, I only got 2, y'all. Thanks y'all for sticking around. Berkeley? Yeah, like I said, they're outside Murphy, North Carolina. You don't want to try to learn English from me. I'm from the South. We speak funny down here. We usually got a bad Southern drawl, they call it. Just like a movie. Funny, brother, funny. No, just I was born and raised in the South. Down in Florida right now, away from all the cold weather up there in the mountains, and snow and everything else. Feel like you're in Texas? No, I ain't from Texas, dude. Florida. Southern drawl. Yep, Southern drawl. Born and raised and grew up with it. Love it in the South, though. I think Johnny Cash was from Tennessee area. He's up there in Tennessee, I believe. Got to figure out something. I like his music, though. I like Johnny Cash's music. That's pretty good. I got to figure out why I want it. No, not a cowboy. I grew up on the island on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Fisherman. But then they took the nets and stuff away, so I had to go get a real job. Went and did that for about 20 years. Not a cowboy. Fished for a while. Then I got into doing line work. overhead power. Did that for about 20, 25 years. Hey, I appreciate the two of you hanging in with me. Yeah, I think America's a great place to live in. Love it. Only other country I'd like to try to go would be Greece. Only reason is that because I love Greek food. But I'm sure, like all countries, we got our problems too, just like any other country. You can apply for a passport, come visit. I've been out of the country a couple times just for vacations and so forth. Never got to go to Greece like I wanted to, though. What country are you from, Berkey? Hey, go through the proper channels, apply for everything you need to apply for, and come on over. Just do it legal, though, because you know what's going to happen if you don't. I used to know a guy from Turkey. His name was Ali Azubalu. Used to work with him. Like I said earlier, dude, I'm sure all countries got the problems, though. But it's kind of cool you're out in Turkey. Like I said, I want to go to Greece. Love the Mediterranean food. What's your profession? Uh oh. Losing y'all. All right, y'all. Well, to live over here, that's supposed to be the deal. You're supposed to be able to read, write, and speak and understand the English language. Hey, they can use your skills over here. Somebody's always needing some kind of software engineer. But I wouldn't be a good teacher for the English language because I speak too much slang from being in the South. I reckon you can say I don't speak proper English. I say it's a religion, but I don't believe in Sharia law. I believe in the Bible. I believe in Jesus Christ. That's good, brother. That's good. You know, that's the great thing, the principles of America. Everybody has a right to their own religion. Like I said, I just don't believe in the Sharia law. That's not right. Guess it's just me and you, Berkey. Everybody else dropped out, brother. I'm glad this thing translates it, because I wouldn't be able to read Turkish. That's because they're mayor. Like I said, you got your right to your freedoms of religion, just like I got mine. I don't live in New York City. I live way south of there, dude. I'm way down in Florida and North Carolina. I live in them two places. I don't think they should force it on the people. That's not right nor fair. If they believe in Allah, that's their business. Like I said, I believe in God, Jesus Christ. I don't force my religion on nobody. So, what's your religion, Helix Unknown? Are you Islam or Christian? I believe God created the world for all of us, not just some of us. I got two of y'all hanging in there. I appreciate it, guys. Makes it easier to keep up with the chat. Oh, got one now. Whoever hanging out with me, appreciate y'all. What's your lifestyle? Now, we got a lot of different religions over here. Well, I'll say different religions, just different branches of it: Baptist, Methodist, Catholic, Protestant, uh, Pentecostal, stuff like that. I, I'm glad you follow the Christian values. Like I said, I don't believe in Sharia law at all. I don't believe you should kill nobody because they got a different faith. Now, granted, they break the law. The Bible says, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. So we're just hanging out here in good old Florida. At least the temperature got pretty good. It ain't cold like it is most places. It's probably hitting 70 here today. Get y'all a little closer here. Make mom not work so hard. You never did tell me what your lifestyle was, Helix Unknown. Bail out of New York, come back to the South. If you got Christian conservative values, dude, come back to the South. So I'm assuming you don't care for Mondani, I think his name is. Y'all's mayor for New York City. If you come to the South, though, you got to move south and move rural area. Don't get into big towns. Get out here like where we live, out here nowhere. Your nearest neighbor's quite a bit of ways from you, but got plenty of cows to talk to. Good clean air too. We don't have all the smog all in cities have. This area where I'm at, we're big agriculture. They do a lot of farming, cattle farming, stuff like that. Plus, the living down here is cheaper, way less than New York and California and them places. I know you heard me earlier. Technically, I grew up on the island, on the Gulf. Used to commercial fish and things like that until they took the nets away from us. I got dairy farms around here, cattle farms, vegetable farms. Watermelons will be coming here pretty quick. Used to pick them as a kid. I say kid as a teenager. Yeah, I like upstate New York. I've been up in Rochester and places like that, and it's pretty on up that way. You get in upstate New York. But like I said, we got Airbnbs in North Carolina. We open them up in the spring once it starts warming up there. Yes, sir. Pig roast and fish food done, or fish fries. Done many of them. We used to go hunting. We got a lot of hogs right here. We go hunt one, kill it, build us a fire, and roast that bad daddy. I don't know if you know what mullet is, but that's a local fish that we used to catch and eat a lot. And then there's redfish, trout, all kind of stuff like that we eat. But North Carolina's a nice spot too, much especially over in the western part. People are still friendly like they were 20 years ago down here in Florida or better. Made some good friends up there. One of them keeps calling us to tell us to hurry home. It's always be home for me though. Don't care where I move, Florida always be home. Oh, cool. You ain't far from me. I live about 45 minutes from Gainesville. I'm originally from, or an hour from Gainesville. I'm originally from Cedar Key, Florida. I'm sure you've probably been there, maybe. So I said, you got to get out of the cities. Even Gainesville's too big because that college over there. Cedar Key, just a little old island, 59 miles due west of Gainesville down Highway 24, right out there in the Gulf. Big into clam farming now. They do a lot of clamming and stuff like that. Yep. kind of one reason I don't live here no more. And everybody moved in and drove property taxes sky high, so you can't afford the property. Well, we had to move out here in the rural country. I actually like that. Oh, cool, dude. We did some work up there in your state behind Hurricane Sandy. Helped bring all the power back up, 'cause that's what I did for a living. Used to work for a contractor doing power lines, chasing a buck. My wife, she was a school bus driver. My dad still lives down there. Well, Fort Light, Winchester. Own property in Otter Creek. I don't know if you keep up with much of that place. There's a place called Tubetown 2.0. We own the dirt under that place. You see my handle where it says Otter Creeking? That's where I started my YouTube adventure. Turn my mic back down. No, I'm not in Otter Creek. I'm away from Otter Creek. I'm about 20 minutes away. Outside a little town called Trenton, Florida. If you've been to Cedar Key, you've been through Otter Creek. That's how you got to go. Where, Otter Creek or Trenton? Oh, in the creek? What's the name? I might know it. I used to live there for about 7 years. Lived in Otter Creek, Chiefland, Cedar Key. Now, like I said, now I'm just outside Trenton. Between Chiefland and Trenton, I should say. It's about 3.5 miles one way or 4.5 miles the other way. But the only thing, you got to go to Chiefland. That's got the Walmart. From Cedar Key, that would be probably Franz. There's only that's the only trade. Well, the old name was Franz. I don't know what it is now. I remember that place as a kid because she used to have a pool and give her a buck and she'd let us go swimming in that pool. Well, hello, Serrano. I'm not real good with names, so y'all forgive me on that, please. And if you went to Otter Creek, it was called Shady Oaks. That's what I know about that one. I don't know if it's been Shady Oaks all them years, but I know where it's at. That's been sold to another man, a good man by the name of Rex owns it now. He's a good guy. Well, I said I lived around there, so I know a little bit about that place. My wife's people, her granddaddy used to live in Otter Creek. He was a pastor of a church there, the Church of Jesus Christ. Yeah, my internet's coming and going for some stupid reason. The wind blowing the wrong way, I reckon. May Hall, you too. Thank you. I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. Yeah, I did a quick live. I'm just trying to build me some watch time and whatnot. Getting ready to go find me some lunch. Yeah, my wife likes she spent some time over in Palaca and she likes to go to Crescent Beach. Circle of Doom. So move around a little bit. Oh, if I sit too long, it hurt. All right, Serrano, see you on replay, brother. Move around. Find me a new spot. I'll hang on for a minute. Trying to get some better lighting. Oh, that's better, ain't it? That's a lot better. Yeah, the little beach in Cedar Key, I wasn't too crazy about it. Like I said, I grew up on the Gulf. I ain't crazy about the beaches. I like it out here in the woods better. It's just me and you, Helix. Hey, if you want to keep up with my adventures, Helix, go to JALE, JALE Tiny Adventures on YouTube, and you can follow me around if you ain't following me now. You can see what I do. I was blessed. Got to retire a little early. We invested our money. We both retired early. We invested our money and built our little tiny houses, but we did it over a period of years, so we're not in a financial burden when we quit our jobs. And that's what we're doing now is in tiny houses. So we do that about 8 months out of the year and come home for the rest. Come back home, hang out with our kids, whatnot. Spend time with the family. They also come up there and see us, and I got nobody. Okay, I guess that's it. Nobody wants to hang out. Oh, I got one of y'all back. If you're wondering where I'm out here under my carport. We got a lot of trees around, so we got a carport built to shield our cars from getting hit with sticks. What's Adam? What's up, Adam? Thanks, Helix. Appreciate it. Uh-oh. Hitting the button in my pocket. Y'all hang on. I got to turn this thing off. I got a thing when I'm filming videos, so I don't have to be on top of my phone. You kind of follow my journey over. How'd I put that up on screen if I wanted to do that? Y'all hang on for a minute. Trying to figure out how to do something. No, that ain't much special on YouTube, man. That's kind of funny. Like I said, our Airbnb is right outside Murphy, North Carolina. Mail guy just came by, dropped mail off. So how'd you find me, Helix? Just popped up on your thing? Or just when I went live, just popped up, told you somebody was live or something? I don't know how to do down here. No, I know about High Springs too. I hung out in them areas. So Helix, you a Gator fan? I am. Hey, I agree with you 100%. Like I said, they got a right to their things. They got a right to their religion, but I don't believe in the Sharia law at all. That's wrong, in my opinion. Baseball, yeah, I like football, but I'll watch just about any sport. I'll even watch golf. I actually try to play that a little bit, but I'm just a hack. That's pretty good you found me that way, and I'm glad you do that. It's a real threat to democracy. But I really don't want to get into politics at all. I got my beliefs, and everybody's got theirs, and they can have them, and I'll have mine. Yeah, I'm better on probably better on the driving range, but I ain't got to worry about it much. But I do try to play the game. I kind of enjoy it. Gives me time to get my thoughts together and stuff. Because a lot of times I'll walk the course instead of getting a cart. This lets me get back in touch with nature. And some golf courses are real pretty, especially up there in the mountains. They're real challenging because there's a lot of hills. I don't know. My dad used to pick at me. He asked me why anybody in the right mind want to smack the fire out of a golf ball and try to knock it in a gopher hole. Then one of our mutual buddies introduced him to the game, and he kind of liked it after that. Mother getting ready to feed them cows. I see them coming across the field. Usually that's what it means. At least I'm out of the wind here a little bit too, so I don't have to hear the wind blow through my microphone. Hi, Mr. David Dale Prince. Appreciate you jumping on here and hanging out with me today. I don't go to the big expensive ones. I'm not like that. I'm not that person. Like I said, I'm not good enough to go play none of them yet. When it costs more than about $50 to go play, I don't play. But like I said, I'm not good enough for no fancy course, and I'm not going to embarrass myself. I play little courses. Like there's one here in Chiefland. I think it cost you 30, $40 to go play. I should be working and not doing this though, hadn't I? I got things right here I need to do. Clean up, try to get the lead. I need to get rid of my leaves, but I ain't used to doing that because the wind's blowing. As soon as I rake them, they're gonna blow right back where they came from. Helix, you got a YouTube channel at all? Man, busy road today. You ain't. I can sit here and count 5 cars in 2 hours. I done counted 5 cars in 5 minutes. That ain't great, but that ain't bad. Like going to ball games. I've never been to a Florida game. I always watched them on TV because I wasn't paying them that kind of money to go sit in the speakers. Can't believe you calling me old. I ain't old. I'm only 55. What do you do? Gaming, things like that? I don't know if y'all see them cows or not. You see them moving across the pasture over there? Mr. David, you're only as young as you feel, brother. Some days I feel 19, but my body says you better not try it. Yeah, I've heard of Minecraft. I think I got a grandson that plays that mess. Wow. You must be pretty young man. That's pretty cool though. If you're from High Springs area, that's pretty wild. You never figured you'd hop on YouTube and find somebody like that, would you? Dang. I remember when Michael Jackson died. I remember listening to him as a teenager. No, you'll see on my channel over, it's just the tiny houses and the builds that we do, putting them together, getting ready to rent. There's one on there right now we call it Destiny. I just finished most of it up last year and I'll tidy it up a little bit this year and we'll put it on the market. That'll give us four on the market. Remember when I turned legal drinking age? Them some good times back then. Shoot, you got to be out old now to even buy a cigarette. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of y'all jumping here, hang in with me, even if it's only just for a few minutes. I appreciate it, y'all. Thanks. Not to repeat myself, if any of y'all want to go check out my channel, it's JALE, JALE, Tiny Adventures, YouTube, or use the at symbol, Otter Creeken, OTTERCREEKEN. I did when I was younger. I ain't drinking quite a few years now, almost 25 probably. On occasion, I'll have a beer, but I just drink one and I'm done. That's the way it works. Lost a lot of friends to alcohol. That's good. Don't pick up a bottle, dude. I don't regret it, but I learned from it. Mine all made it past 17. One drove his truck in the river, drunk one night, drowned. A couple of them had car accidents. Hey, Ninja Puppy, how are you today? Glad you jumped on. Thanks for coming on, hanging out with me for a minute. Appreciate it, y'all. I need to schedule my lives. I just tried to do one right quick just so I can build some time. Trying to build my little channel. Trying to source every stream of income I can. I still work some. Got a buddy that does electric, and I go help him in the evenings. He takes on a lot of side jobs, and I go help him do that. I was a lineman. I didn't, but I wasn't drinking. And I don't think the other guy was that hit me. I was coming home from work one day. I was 5 miles from my house, dude. 5 miles, almost home. 5 miles from my house, and a guy T-boned me right there on 19 over in Fannin Springs. Just had paid off my truck, rolled it. Oh, I was mad. I got a nephew-in-law, I guess you call him. He totaled his work truck. The only thing he hurt was a big toe on his right foot. And I mean, the truck's totaled. Yeah, like I said, a lot of guys I grew up with, they gone. I lost a cousin at 50. I think he was 52 years old to the bottle. I think he drank himself to death. I don't know why people want to do that, dude. Drugs is not the way to go. That's ruined a lot of lives I know of. Kind of funny that accident I was in. My wife was a bus driver. One of the one of her students' parents said they seen it and said, "What? No way I survived it." My wife said, "Yeah, he is." Said he's at home recuperating. When they took me to the hospital, they wanted to shoot me full of drugs. I said, "No, you ain't hurting." I said, "I'm hurting, but I got a high tolerance for pain, and I don't want a bunch of drugs in my body. I don't want to get hooked on that crap. I'm barely taking aspirin for a headache." Look for them on your channel, Helix. I'm gonna run over and subscribe. If nothing else, I'll turn my grandson onto it if he's playing that Minecraft still. Probably got a couple of them playing it. Yeah, the whole family. His daughter and all his grandkids. I remember that, dude. That was nuts. Just heard some gunshots go off. Ain't nothing out here in the country though. Yeah, Ninja Puppy, that's a true story. That's where I'm at. That's probably 15 minutes from me. Because the school I went to was the Cedar Key Sharks, and we used to play ball and basketball. But we never had no football or baseball team until years later. Yeah, killed his daughter, all the grandkids, and then took his own life as soon as the sheriff showed up. Exactly what happened. You hear a while back about the two sheriffs that got shot up here at the China Ace in Trenton? You never think that'd happen in a small area like this, would you? Always had that misconception until all that happened. I figured we were isolated from everything, been out here away from everybody. Really never no major crime. Yeah, I think these two guys were on duty, and they just stopped in that China Ace gonna have lunch. Some guy went nuts, stupid. Did you happen to know a policeman in the town of High Springs by the name of Billy Taylor? He used to work for the company. He quit High Springs and went to work for the company I work for. Well, I know him. You figure you expect all that in them bigger cities, Jacksonville, places like that. Bigger cities. Yeah, and then probably a lot of people getting killed from drugs now. People are just overindulging. But I figured y'all were just into weed back then. I didn't know y'all was into the heavy stuff. Not that I'm picking on nobody, but I thought that's what all the 60 people did was just smoke weed. Flower children, whatever you gonna call them. Not to try to put a label on them. I've always heard them called hippies. Main thing, Helix, that means nobody's got respect for law enforcement no more. Just like if I get pulled over, it's usually my fault because I was speeding or something stupid. Just treat them with respect, and they'll be a lot better to you. Kind of funny. Last time I got pulled over was around Atlanta. My wife had a little EOS and I had it on a tow dolly behind a Dodge pickup, my own four-wheel drive. And I was letting her eat. Ooh, LSD. Ooh, yeah, that's heavy. Somebody threw LSD at my feet and I wouldn't even know what it was. Only reason I know what weed is, I've smelled it before. I smell it. Natural too. Ain't got a bunch of chemicals added to it. I don't have no problem with weed, but like I said, in pharmaceutical drugs, they'll get you hooked on that. Next thing you know, you're doing something stupid. I know, it's like when I had that auto wreck, they wanted to shoot me full of drugs. I said, nah, I can deal with it. Had a big gash in my head. Yeah, I guess because they try to grow these super strains and stuff, don't they? Because they want it more potent, more whatever all the time. Where is it? Florida, California, or not Florida, but California, you can grow your own up to so many plants, can't you? And not get in trouble for it. I don't think it's right, but to each their own. Go to another farmer. Exactly. You know what's in it. You know what you've done to it to make it to what it is. That's why up there in the mountains, we always do us a little garden, grow some vegetables and whatnot. Some of the easier things to grow because we don't have a long growing season up there. We do some green beans, okra, do a few tomatoes and things like that, just because we know ain't no pesticides or nothing put on them because we grew them. Oh, so you can legally grow it in New York without getting in trouble. I know Florida, they ain't recognized it as recreational yet. It's medical here. I know North Carolina, it's medical there, but you go to the reservation, you can buy it recreational, but don't get called off the reservation with it. The Eastern Band of Cherokee, they got their dispensary, but they sell to the open public. I know when I was growing up, weed was a big thing, and now I hear about cocaine, meth, fentanyl, all kind of crap. I don't need a ninja puppy. I just remember, cause like I said, where I was from in Cedar Key, I remember them busting boats offshore, and they bring the boats into Cedar Key and unload the weed and put it in dump trucks and haul it off. I learned a long time ago that's a good way to waste all your money if you do any of them. Now I just try to live my best life of my life, keep my children handy, go to church, praise Jesus, and do my thing. Square grouper. Yeah, square groupers. Remember that. Got a brother-in-law who lives down in the Keys. They deal with drugs coming in all the time down that way. So Ninja Puppy, you must have lived on the coast too somewhere. And y'all know what you're doing with us through town going live today? I don't want to step on the toes if he is. That's another reason I don't mess with it. Florida's now become a constitutional carry. You can carry concealed. Don't have to have a permit no more. North Carolina, you still got to have the permit, but you can have the gun in your house and they can't stop you from that. I believe everybody has a right to protect their property however they see fit. I'm a big Second Amendment fan. As long as you're not mentally unstable, like I said, the alcohol and stuff like that, you shouldn't be having guns. Because I know if you get your medical card here, you can't have a gun no more. Yeah, Ninja Puppy, you see, I ain't posted in a while. This is the first live I've done in a while for any length of time. I love old Travis, though. He's the one that kind of inspired me to do the YouTube thing. That's why I got into it, calling him. I have fun with it, though. I enjoy it. About ready to get back to the mountains, though. Starting to get warm down here. That's what I like up there in the mountains. although I'm originally from down this way. Need to shave too, don't I? Looking rough. They are if you want to get your hunting license, unless you're born before a certain date. And I think I barely skipped that threshold. I was born in the '70s. I'll be honest with you, Ninja Puppy. We set that up. I told him he was there working. You'll see early in the video I was talking to him. So I told him, do me a favor, throw me out of Tube Town. My channel's about doing the tiny house things and all that, but I got to find something to do when I come back to Florida to try to keep my channel alive and just not let it go dead. And I enjoy Travis. He's a good man. Like I said, he encouraged me. He just wanted to try to get me. And he told me, come to Tube Town one day and do one. So I did one there. I broke into the original Tube Town because he was there. One of his subscribers getting all over me. Trespassing and fun. But there's a difference between trespassing and fun. That's a fine line. So I had to explain to her that him and I were friends. And she didn't realize, but the way I was filming, I was keeping him over my right shoulder so you couldn't see him. Travis is your favorite YouTuber? Yeah. I watch a lot of his stuff too. My wife likes him. I love his kind of split personality. One minute he's what you're doing with us, and the next minute he can turn in to be the mayor. That's good, Helix. Be smart with guns. I don't look at them as weapons. I look at them as tools. Made a comment on something on Facebook one day, and old boy getting on me. He's from California. Me too. I'm not going to open carry. I'm not going to advertise it because if I have to pull it and use it, I want to be able to. I don't want them. I don't want them to have the first idea I got one. Element of surprise always wins usually. I could used to handle myself, but I'm getting a little older now. It hurts a little more. But back when I was a kid, you had a beef with somebody, y'all just went outside and beat the tar out of one another and that was it. Wasn't no pulling no guns or nothing. It was just beat each other up and go on about your business. Well, my wife really don't mess with guns, but I can tell you something. I've seen her with a rifle. She is a crack shot. She can nail them, and she don't like guns. Now me, I'm a redneck. I like guns, firearms, whatever you gonna call them. But like I said, I look at them as tools. Push come to shove, I can feed myself with a weapon. I know how to hunt and do all that stuff if I have to. Well, y'all only got about 20% left. Y'all keep your heads up. I'll try to do more lives. Maybe I'll do one night while I'm at work. Like I said, I work with a buddy of mine doing electrical work on the side. I keep a little side work going to help pay the bills while I'm in Florida. I ain't got a lot of bills, but I still got a few I got to pay. Got to buy groceries, put gas in the vehicles, pay for the insurance on the vehicles, and a light bill. About all I got to pay. Before we come out of our job, we paid everything off. Credit cards, houses. vehicles, all that. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Y'all all have a good day. Ninja Puppy, appreciate you coming to hang out with me. Helix, appreciate you too, brother. Y'all have a great day, y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.